The Daily Edge August 19, 2024 Quick Snap Kondokar Rashid Maqsood has been appointed as the chairman of the Bangladesh Securities and Exchange Commission, BSEC. He previously served as the managing director of NRB Commercial Bank and Standard Bank, and was most recently an advisor for strategy and business development at the IFC. The interim government plans to develop a banking commission to deal with banking sector weaknesses. According to data from the Central Bank, BB, 6 banks, National Bank, First Security Islami Bank, Sibil, Social Islami Bank, Union Bank, Global Islami Bank and Bangladesh Commerce Bank are facing a deficit of BDT 146 BN in their current accounts. Total as of August 7. News items: Rashid Maqsood becomes new BSEC chairman. Former banker Kondokar Rashid Maqsood has been appointed as the chairman of the Bangladesh Securities and Exchange Commission, BSEC. The Finance Ministry announced the appointment in a notice on Sunday. Rashid Maqsood previously served as the managing director of Standard Bank. Currently, he is serving as an advisor for strategy business development at the International Finance Corporation, IFC. Banking Commission soon to salvage banks from brink. Government to form Banking Commission soon. A banking commission is around the corner as part of a series of reforms spearheaded by the interim government to bring stability and good governance in the country's reeling financial sector. As part of bringing sustainable reforms, the interim government led by Nobel laureate and microcredit pioneer, Dr. Muhammad Yunus, will publish a paper on roadmap for streamlining the country's struggling financial sector within 100 days of takeover. 6 banks still in shortfall despite BB support. 6 banks, including 4 Sharia-based ones, are still facing a deficit in their current accounts with the central bank despite special liquidity support. The banks are National Bank, First Security Islami Bank, Sibil, Social Islami Bank, Union Bank, Global Islami Bank and Bangladesh Commerce Bank. Chattogram-based business giant Salam Group has controlling stakes in all banks save for National Bank. As of August 7, the 6 lenders' current account deficit with the Bangladesh Bank stood at TK 146 billion. If their cash reserve ratio deficit is considered, their total shortfall is TK 208 billion, according to data from the central bank. Sonali Bank asked to show Orion's loan as defaulted. The Bangladesh Bank instructed state-run Sonali Bank to classify the TK 1.06 billion loans taken by Orion Infrastructure Ltd as defaulted since the client repeatedly failed to repay on time. The state-run bank was also asked to properly classify the loans by August 22 and report it to the Credit Information Bureau. EU will do its utmost to support interim government. Acting Ambassador of the European Union Dr. Bernd Spanier has said the European Union will do its utmost to support the interim government in turning its vision into a reality. EU stands ready to help, he said after meeting interim government chief advisor Professor Mohammed Yunus during a diplomatic briefing at a hotel in Dhaka on Sunday. Revenue chief slams black money whitening scheme. Amnesty for black money should not exist. New NBR chairman. Newly appointed chairman of the National Board of Revenue, NBR, MD Abdur Rahman Khan, said he personally considers the black money whitening scheme totally unacceptable, and it is indecent and unfair to regular taxpayers. Not as the NBR chairman, but my personal view is that the money whitening scheme is unacceptable as it is like admitting there is corruption going on, he told reporters at his first introductory meeting at the NBR premises on Sunday. He said honest taxpayers pay taxes regularly throughout their lives, while tax evaders are offered facilities to legalize their wealth at a lower rate. All negotiations, selections, purchasing processes halt. Power Sector's Indemnity Act suspended all negotiations, selections, and purchasing processes of all power and energy projects halt as the much-talked-about quick solution law gets under the axe as part of reforms kick-started by the interim government. Interim government's new advisor for power and energy and road transport and bridges Mohammed Fuzul Kabir Khan told newsmen at his secretariat Sunday about the destiny of the undertakings under the Quick Enhancement of Electricity and Energy Supply, Special Provision, Act 2010. Procurement under this act does not need to go through the standard public procurement rules that are followed by other ministries. CPD calls for phasing out inefficient power plants. The Center for Policy Dialogue yesterday urged the interim government to phase out all inefficient power plants as urged During a media briefing titled Power and Energy Sector Reform Agenda for the Interim Government at its office, the CPD outlined a comprehensive operational reform strategy for the power sector. World Bank, ADB urged to continue funding logically acceptable projects. The interim government has suggested multilateral lenders continue financing existing projects that are reasonable. Finance advisor Salhuddin Ahmed said today, "We have not closed any ongoing project. We want the World Bank and the Asian Development Bank to continue to finance the projects that have a reasonable basis," he said after a meeting with ADB Country Director Ediman Jinting at the Economic Relations Division in Dhaka. Government to fight extortion to bring down prices. The government will take steps against extortion and monopolies to bring down prices of essentials and benefit consumers, said Finance and Commerce Advisor Salhuddin Ahmed yesterday. "We will stop this," he said when allegations of extortion in the value chain of essential commodities, including perishables, were raised during a meeting with top officials of the Commerce Ministry. More murder cases filed against Hasina. More murder cases have been filed with different police stations across the country against ousted Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, her cabinet members and police officials for killing protesters of the quota reform movement. A case was filed against Sheikh Hasina and 33 others on charge of conducting a mass killing in a rally of Hafizat-e-Islam at Shapla Chuttur in Motijil of the capital 11 years ago. Muhammad Babul Sardar Chakri, chairman of Bangladesh People's Party, filed the case on Sunday with the Court of Dhaka Metropolitan Magistrate MD Zaki Al-Farabi. Fair polls. After far-reaching reforms. Free, fair and participatory polls will be held on completion of the interim government's mandate to conduct vital reforms in election commission, judiciary, civil administration, security forces, and the media, says Chief Advisor Mohammed Yunus. The head of interim government of Bangladesh laid out the to-do chart while briefing foreign diplomats Sunday on the recent Student People uprising, urging them to keep full confidence in his ruling team's ability to steer the nation towards prosperity through far-reaching economic and other necessary reforms. Top priority of the interim government for now is bringing law and order situation under control, as normal orders took a knock during the upheavals and the past government's last-ditch bid to quell that, he told the diplomatic corps in Dhaka. Banks asked to freeze accounts of Haroon, his wife. Banks asked to freeze accounts of Amir Hossain AMU, daughter. The Bangladesh Financial Intelligence Unit, BFIU, has instructed all banks to freeze accounts of Haroon or Rashid, additional Deputy Commissioner of Dhaka Metropolitan Police, and his wife Shireen Akhtar. The Bangladesh Financial Intelligence Unit, BFIU, has instructed all banks to freeze accounts belonging to Amir Hossain AMU, a former Awami League lawmaker and industries minister, and his daughter Sumaya Hossain.